Good evening, Freedom fans. Tonight's Freedom Face-Off is going to be a Freedom 14 recap, talking about an amazing super show that we just had in the Midwest, right in Hammond, Indiana. And without further ado, let's invite the Freedom Voice himself, Mr. Adam Chris. Adam, I see you on.
Freedom 14 was fire. What's going on, Rami?
What's going on, brother? How's everything with you?
Everything is going good. I'm glad to see you got home safe after some flight chaos.
Oh my God, bro! I need to get us a Freedom bus tour.
Hey, you know what? I'm about it. I'm about it.
I'm
So,
talking.
again, fight fans, Freedom fans, we are on the heels of Freedom 14. It was an absolutely impeccable card in the Midwest, Hammond, Indiana. That was our second time there. And, yeah, you guys did not disappoint. Fighters and fans, both of you guys. It was fantastic from bell to bell. Every single fight, every champion, they put on. Every fight put on. And, again, we're just going to break it down. We're going to recap the entire show. Starting from the first one, Luke Marshall got back in the winning circle as he took out Carlos Cerda via decision. And, man, Luke Marshall, good kid, always comes to fight. And this time it went in his favor. It was good to see him get a win under his belt.
Definitely. I mean, look, this no disrespect to records, right? But if you look at records, to Carlos' record and Luke's record, you would think like, they're not good fighters, but both of them are amazing, man. I can't tell you. I will put Carlos and Luke on every single Freedom event. They both are very entertaining. Like, nobody believed that was the first fight of the night, you know?
Absolutely. It's funny that you were talking about the records. I was actually listening to a podcast. I'm going to make this story short. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about how the modern day combat sports fans are kind of misconstrued with records because boxing, the Floyd Mayweathers, the harping on the undefeated, that kind of tarnishes what people look at as a record. Whereas the experience, if you're facing somebody that's just your equal skill set, that's a matchmaker doing their job. So focusing on on the losses and making sure you maintain that zero instead of learning, building, and evolving. I mean, it was just something, it was nice to hear, and I couldn't agree more.
100%, man. Carlos, Luke, wherever you guys are, if you're listening, I will support you and promote you on every single show. You guys are entertaining. Nobody can go wrong with you guys.
Love it.
Congratulations to
Second,
Luke.
absolutely. Second fight of the night, Ayumi Harai taking on Danielle Beal. This fight was fantastic. Ran into Ayumi at dinner after weigh-ins. We wound up going to the same Mediterranean spot, caught up for a little bit, chat and everything. She's always good to see in the ring, always brings it, but it was Danielle, the angry black woman Beal. It was her night.
Man, she was an angry black woman indeed. Let me tell you, she's no joke. But this is something sorry, fellas. When it comes to the majority of woman fights, when you compare them to the men fights, the male fights, is a higher probability that women fights are way more entertaining. Yeah, I mean, both of these ladies represented the female USA Muay Thai division very well. They showed a lot of skill. They showed a lot of potential. Their cardio was in tip-top shape. Like, they could fight 5 rounds, no problem. The way they were going, every round was like a last round. I think it was just style difference. And the pressure of the angry black woman is what pulled it off.
And we're seeing a lot of reception in the comments about angry black woman. That should be a t-shirt. That name is just, people are thinking that it sells, man. So,
It
Danielle
definitely
Beal,
sells.
wherever you are, let's just take some heed to these recommendations here. Get yourself a t-shirt, start making that paper, and let's get it on for the next fight.
Congratulations, Danielle. I'm happy to bring you back. You're very welcome. You deserve the victory.
Absolutely. Great fight. Fantastic. Excellent performance by Danielle for sure. Next fight, David Payne took on Seth Siegel, and this was one of those I didn't know how it was going to go when I got the cards. I didn't know. It was a great fight, back and forth. Your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely a back and forth fight. First off, all the respect to David for taking this fight last minute. I was trying to get Seth a fight. For those that don't know, the Siegel family are a family of fighters, and there's probably a reason why I was having a hard time getting Seth an opponent. Two opponents pulled out on him. They would take the fight, then pull out for whatever reason it may be. They did pull out, and I had a hard time getting Seth a fight because of his, I believe, of his experience and his name. They've been fighting since they were kids, so I believe that is what played the role. David definitely was game. He's way better than where he is on paper, but still, it was the experience of Seth is what pulled him to victory.
And shout out to David, as Darius Sheffield saying, took the fight on 1 week notice.
Yes, he did. David, wherever you are, bro, whenever you want, you get a proper fight camp, I will put you on in a heartbeat.
Love it. We had Dawa Saren representing Eight Limbs Academy coming from Philadelphia, taking on Keelan Weeks. Absolute barn burner of a fight, back and forth. Again, I didn't know the decision once I got it, so those are the fights that I like because those. I mean, it just shows proper matchmaking.
Yeah, I mean, this was a fight that, was a decision that, could have went either way, and this was a great fight, and I wouldn't be upset to see a rematch. Maybe we could do it on the East Coast. But I tell you what, though, I was actually surprised from Keelan because he doesn't have the experience of Dawa, but yet he showed that he could bang in there with somebody as experienced as Dawa. And let me tell you, Dawa is a really good fighter. For those that don't know, he's under the radar, but Dawa deserves to be at the top. And with that said, that shows a lot of respect to Keelan for being able to get that victory. But that was a great fight, and kudos to both of you guys. And you have my support. Again, I can't tell you how proud I am of Keelan for still taking that fight, and for Dawa continuing to look as good as he does.
And Dawa, just to his credit again, I mean, multiple sport competitor. He competes in MMA, competes in Muay Thai, and does a fantastic job at both of them. So again, he's not just a Muay Thai talented fighter. He's an all-around athlete.
And he's good in all of them.
Yes, he is. I couldn't agree with you more. So we had Almacar Morales, and he took on Logan Howard, back and forth. Great fight once again. And Logan Howard, he came out on top.
Almacar was somebody that definitely I was interested to see because that was my first time seeing him fight. Logan, I mean, if you don't know who Logan is, you don't know the division very well. He's a multiple Muay Thai champion, and I was really excited to see that fight because I wasn't sure what to expect from Almacar, but he definitely proved to have the skill to keep up with somebody like Logan. With that said, this was their second time fighting, and I believe it's now 1-1. If I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me if I'm not.
Would you be interested in putting on a rubber match if that's the case?
Whether it's 1-1 or whether it's 2-0, that was a fight that is definitely can happen again because it was entertaining. It wasn't like it was far-fetched to one side.
2-0.
Oh, sorry. It's
Logan.
2-0 Logan. But that still was an entertaining fight that they gave back and forth. And let me tell you, that was another opponent. So that's from the same gym from 8 points that I was having a hard time finding an opponent for Logan and Seth. So for Almacar to take the fight without no problems, it says a lot about him.
100%. And we had Scrappy Jalen Reyes in the building taking on Tiger Bessel Almamani in an international prestige fight. The Jordanian, he brought it. He was on fire, but the Chicago native, Scrappy Jalen Reyes, it was his night.
Definitely. So the way this fight was going to go, it was an international prestige fight. The way it was going to go, that If the Jordanian fighter would have won, he would have been brought back to fight for the for the world title against somebody else from the states. And if Jalen would have won, he would come back and fight for the national title against somebody from the states. With that said, Jalen pulled the victory. I believe he deserves the title fight for the USA title. And it was a great fight back and forth. I believe Basil should have stayed in the clinch more. It looked like he was going to win that way, but Jalen was smart enough to keep it out of the clinch, and he pulled it off.
And again, I'm both
Definitely
you and I.
Scrappy. There's a reason why they call him Scrappy.
Absolutely, definitely a warranted nickname for sure. And again, you and I were around so many fights, but who would that set up Scrappy Jalen Reyes to fight next?
In my opinion, the best 119-pound with Jalen would be a fighter out of Seton Gym, Arizona, Arshium. Arshium is, in my opinion, the top dog of the division for a long time. And he's just has been out for a while. He just recently came back into the ring. And I believe if they want that fight, you guys could let him know. I'm happy to set that fight up.
Love it. Would that be a fight, just because you're saying Seton, Arizona, Scrappy Jalen Reyes being from Chicago, would that be a fight you would be looking to put in the East Coast? Or would that be a fight that would be Midwest or even West Coast, given that we've been talking about California again?
We're going to California this year. Just within 1 month, like after a month and a half, we're going to have a date. So if they want to make that, first of all, I don't know if this fight would happen if both Arsh and Jalen would accept. But if they would accept, I'm happy to make it in either in the Midwest in December, or in the East Coast, or in the West Coast when we go back there.
Right. Just hypothetically speaking, just spitballing back and forth.
I want to do it for the fighters. If Jalen and Arsh accept, if their camps accept, I'll do it wherever they want it.
I love it. So the super middleweight title eliminator bout, we had Jeff Scoop D Woot Freeland, and he took on Reese Newman. Man, some of the talk from Jeff Freeland at the press conference ahead of time, it wasn't trash talk, more so that it was a fair warning, if you will. And Reese was up for the challenge. He was into it. He was all about it, but man, Jeff, he did his thing. He did his job that night, and we have a new title contender in the name of Scoop D Woot, Jeff Freeland.
So Darius is in the comments saying Jeff is a character. Let me tell you, Jeff indeed is a character, but he is a character who knows how to play his role. My man plays it to the T. I cannot tell you how impressed I was. Talking about the talk that was said by Jeff in the live for the weigh-in press conference, it turns out that they were supposed to fight twice before. It didn't happen, and that's why he was saying what he was saying. But regardless, man, I was really, really, really impressed with both of the fighters. But what Jeff did, the way he did it, and the way he executed it, my man was so comfortable, like he had 50 fights under his belt. So without further ado, we got now Jeff versus the champ, the USA champ, Abu Khawaja.
And Jabril just said, watch out, Abu. Jeff is on his way. I think that fight has fireworks written all over it. That fight is going to be fun. Can't wait to see it. Do you have a rough idea on when you would be looking? Obviously, pending camps accepting, everything about that. But do you have a rough idea when you would be looking to put it on?
Oh, it's happening. It's already happening August 5th in New York.
I love it. That's what I like to hear. Done deal. All right.
That's what Freedom does, Adam. We don't just make any fights. We make fights that make sense. That's right by the fighters.
Don't I know it? Don't I know
it?
I was just asking for the
fighters at numbers.
Idea. I was just asking for an idea of a date. Just pow, pow. That's when it is. All right, moving forward. The heavyweight national junior freedom female title was at hand, and a spot at Team USA. And Sophia Rivera took on Eden X23 as Cebido, and that was a fight to see. Eden, She had her family in her corner, and she didn't disappoint. Another Freedom champion. We have two Acevedos now that are champion column. It was
First
something to
ever.
see. Yep.
Man, first of all, yeah, ORD to JFK, indeed, Jabril. Get the plane tickets ready. I'm getting them for you soon. But listen, Acevedo is a name that everybody needs to know. This is it's getting serious, man. Quinn is a problem, like a serious problem, and now his younger sister looks more dangerous than him. I'm like, wow, you see this girl, she's like quiet, her head down, really shy. And then she comes, you saw how she walked into the ring, right? She just became like Supergirl, you know? And she like transformed, and she showed that the bloodline has the skill, has the talent, power, the aggression, then the fight IQ. Like the fight IQ is what like really impressed me at that age. For her to be that young and to be that smart, like kick return, block return, everything was like done for a reason. It was almost like she was drilling. But definitely, I'm proud to have her as a freedom champion, as USA freedom champion.
Absolutely. The Acevedos, they definitely put on what champion behavior is. Looking forward to seeing what they do in the future. And not only that, but it's super cool to see both siblings on Team USA, obviously both being champions for us, but their future is bright for certain.
What's Tony, Olivia's dad set it up. What do you mean by set it up? You got to tell me a little bit more. You got, while you're telling me, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm already planning on going to Virginia to do a Freedom in Virginia, just because we have a brother and a sister as Freedom champions. So we're going to go make a show just for 2 kids. But yeah, I mean, Olivia's dad just said, I think, you know, if the fans want to see Olivia, if the fans want to see the world champion, Olivia Bassus, versus the USA champion, Eden Acevedo, we will make it happen. But I think there's the weight issue. Tony, if you are okay with the weight issue, I will make it happen.
All right, this is how Freedom does it, folks. You say the word and the matchmaker gets it done. Our man gets things done with efficiency and just damn, I got nothing bad to say right now. We got to move forward. We got next up on the card, if my computer would actually respond to me right now, we had Manny Fernandez from Eastside Muay Thai, Virginia Beach, Virginia, taking on the Polish Samurai, now the new interim Freedom National Champion in the welterweight division, the Polish Samurai, Josiah Pila.
You first of all, thank you, Habibi Tony. You're welcome always, brother. Man, Manny versus Josiah. Wow. That was an amazing fight. I was definitely surprised of how well Josiah handled Manny. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Manny. From the first time that I saw Manny, I knew that he was going to be big in the sport, not just the Freedom champion, but big in the sport because of how smart he is. But what we saw was just that Josiah stepped it up. Whatever you thought he was, he stepped it up by like a million. His cardio, his eyes, his pressure, his power, his knees in the clinch, everything was like he stepped it up. It was like he had a checklist and said, I'm going to bump this up, I'm going to bump this up, I'm going to bump this up. And I believe it had to do with a man, because of a man called Dr. Richard from the MMA Doc. The MMA Doc, if you're listening, you have a lot to do with why Josiah is the United States of America, the champion, the Freedom champion.
I was gonna say something about that because I saw that the Polish Samurai Josiah Pila made a shout out video, thank you video, talking about the MMA Doc, and was saying that his conditioning was key in this fight. He's always been worried and nervous about his gas tank, his cardio, and this fight, it wasn't an issue in the slightest from round 1 to round 5, and he gave the credit to the MMA Doc. So again, just following what you were saying, I was going to say something as well, just because, I mean, Josiah made the point to say it himself. So, I mean, again, fighters, shameless plug here, but if you're looking to work on some conditioning, hit up the MMA doc. The guy's got some tips, obviously. So let's move forward to the pro main event of the evening, the heavyweight Freedom World Championship. It was between the #1 in the United States and the #1 ranked fighter in Canada, Paul Martin, Savage Paul Martin, taking on Matt the Butcher Baker. And Matt the Butcher Baker proved why his nickname is just that, the Butcher. He went in and he chopped this opponent up. Again, no discredit to Savage Paul Martin, game opponent. He was game the entire fight until Matt Baker found his number and put it on him and finished the fight.
Let me tell you, Matt Baker is not just the Butcher. He's the Butcher. He's the Nightmare. He's the Dream Killer. He's the Executioner. My man is an all. You know, he puts people to silence. And when he took that mic, he showed everybody what he had in his heart. He just started calling all the names, called them all out, and he said he want all the smoke. Anybody can get it. Listen to me, I believe him when he said what he said. There's a reason why I chose to make this fight for the world title. You got the best person of a country, the best heavyweight in the United States of America, and the best person in Canada. Especially when nobody wanted to fight Matt and Matt. I put a post seeing who would want to fight and take the fight. Nobody said anything, and then Paul, Canada's very own, Paul makes a post that says, "I want to fight him. Set it up." I said, "Done. It's done deal." You know, there was nobody ready to fight Paul. Nobody willing to fight Paul. I made a few. I've made a few calls, by the way. Matt Baker knows of, the other fighters know of, and they did not take it for whatever reason. But Paul asked for this fight, and man, Matt Baker shut that call down real quick.
He did.
He is the best fighter in the world. He is the best heavyweight fighter in the world. Anybody that wants to prove me wrong can step in the ring and prove it. Matt Baker, ladies and gentlemen, is the best heavyweight in the world. There's a reason why the most expensive, the most valuable belt in Muay Thai is on his waist.
Couldn't agree more. And another thing I was going to add to Matt the Butcher Baker was he did it with class as well. Once he realized that Savage Paul Martin was injured, he targeted the shoulder without a doubt, as any fighter would, you know, continue working on what was damaged. He saw what was hurt, but then as soon as the referee called a stop to the fight, as soon as the fight, he realized it was over. He was shouting from his corner to the opposite corner across the ring, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And just kept making sure and walked over as soon as he could to make sure that he was okay. Just shows the level of champion that he truly is, on top of just a grade A athlete.
Now, man, Matt Baker is not a beginner. He's been fighting for forever. I've known him since he was a not young fighter, but young man in the sport, you know. And listen to me. I tell fighters all the time, you got to know how to win and you got to know how to lose. And what I mean by you got to know how to win is just like Matt Baker proved. You know, like he didn't go and start jumping up and down like he never won before.
Yeah.
You know, you got to know how to win. And he truly cared about the health and safety of his opponent.
Yeah, that was one thing that really stood out to me. And again, we see it time and time again as Muay Thai is a sport of class. But once again, it just shows the level of championships that we promote. And I was just happy to see it right there, right in front of me, whereas some of the fans might not get to see some of those things. Moving forward, and I kind of want to cross this back with another bout. So just move with me here. We had Rafael the Ram Ramos taken on the current champion, Coey Carney, for the Super Welterweight National Championship. Coey, I think I'm going to start calling him, whether he likes it or not, Coey the Gas Tank Carney, because that kid comes forward and he doesn't stop. He doesn't run out of gas. He didn't get tired, and he was smiling. He was happy to be in there in the entire time. You would see him get hit, turn around and be smiling. He's happy. Coey is something else, man. I think he's a fan favorite too.
Listen to me. First off, shout out to Rafael Ramos, the Mexican prodigy. Listen, and the whole Team 110, because not anybody is ready to take that fight with Coey. And Rafael wanted that fight. You know, so shout out to Rafael and Team 110. Them guys, make sure you know that the name Team 110. Rafael is definitely a gamer, man. Not anybody can stay 5 rounds in a fight with a tank like Mr. Two-Time. You know, but Coy, man, he's something special. Coy Carney, you gotta know the name. If you don't know the name, just look it up, man. Coy Carney, he's gonna be a world champion real soon. Um, Depending on who wants to step up, if nobody in America will step up, which I don't think so, will step up and want to fight Coy, his next fight is gonna be for the world title. I'm gonna have to bring him somebody from another side of the world. Man, Coy Carney is the best in the country, period. There's you I don't know what he's on, bro. Like his energy just keeps like this. And then when Rafael was coming at him, he started smiling, and I'm like, this guy, not like in a good way, like in a dangerous way, like he was possessed. And then every time Rafael would hit him, Cole would smile, like, yeah, come on. And he just kept coming. He just kept coming. He just kept coming. You know? Damn.
Well, the comments section are lighting up here, and I was going to transition here and say that Coey, in his post-fight press conference, or sorry, in his post-fight interview, he was talking about taking on the winner of Josiah against Taj, saying that he has already beaten Josiah. Why not take that fight again? And then Josiah just comments right in this live just now, just saying, I'll fight him. So, Ronald,
damn. Listen to me. Josiah versus Coy, man, don't get me excited. That fight is fire. If you guys want to make that fight, I'm happy to do it in a heartbeat. If you want to do it August 5th, September 9th, November 11th, any show, yeah, let me know. I'll make it happen. And did I get that right? So Coy fought Josiah before.
That's what Coey said, I believe, in the post-fight interview. He might be able to clarify because obviously
I think
they're both
now
in
you're
the
right.
chat.
I think that was Josiah's only loss. If Josiah wants it, let's go.
There it is. There it is. We'll let them chat it out between the two of them, and we'll see how this plays out. But again, we have some more fights to discuss. Again, Coey, Josiah, love the ideas, boys. Love the ideas. And
I will support both of you guys.
Coey says, I want that belt too, though.
Sheesh.
Oh, man.
You guys just say the word. If you guys want it August 5th, I'll make it happen.
Man, we got fireworks at the live fights. We got fireworks in the comment section.
I think Josiah says September 9th, though. I think September 9th is when he wanted to be back in the ring. So if that's the case, no problem.
Strip Taj, and he can have the winner if he can't make it.
I can't. I actually, why Coy said that, ladies and gentlemen, Taj is in a little life change, a serious life change, actually. He moved to Arizona, and he's not going to be fighting for a while. And he himself respectfully told me right before the show that he is not going to be able to defend the belt. And out of respect to the interim champion, he wanted whoever it was going to be, whether it was Manny or Josiah, so to know that they can go and fight whoever. That way they're not waiting. So I respect you, Tosh, for saying that and doing that. So with that said, the belt is vacated because of that happening. So now the official USA champion is Josiah.
Josiah Pila, the Polish Samurai, he is the national champion. Congratulations, my brother. And again, we'll see what has to happen going forward. We'll see if we'll see how the fireworks build up. Moving forward, we had the light flyweight Freedom National Championship. Melinda Smith-Pritt again put up a hell of a fight. She always comes and scraps it out, and she took on the local favorite, I'm going to say, in Terminator Teddy Mandela.
Let me tell you something. Nobody wanted to fight Teddy. She's only 19 years old, and nobody wanted to fight her. People were thinking, second-guessing whether they want to continue fighting in the sport just so they don't fight Teddy. Melinda, when I called Melinda's team, her and her coach quickly said they'll take the fight. And I knew First of all, I didn't offer them the fight without knowing who they are. I already knew Melinda was game. Seeing how she fought in her last fight prior to that on gut check for the belt, and how she did, I knew she was going to be a problem. It wasn't going to be an easy walk in the park. But the fact that they took the fight without even thinking about it, it shows how confident they were. And let me tell you, that fight was a banger every round. There was no way that, you thought like it was going to be easy for either one because of how tough and game Melinda was. She came into this fight with only 6 fights against a fighter who had about 25 fights. She's new to the sport. She's only been in the sport for, I think, a year and a half. She is a problem. Melinda Smith-Britt is a problem. She gave a fight to one of the most experienced females in the country. Remember her name, Melinda Smith-Britt. Just imagine how she's going to be, how dangerous she's going to be with 3 or 4 more fights under her. It's going to be a problem. But right now, the queen of the division, the best fighter in the country, is Teddy Mandela.
So their coach, Melinda Smith-Britt coach, said 5 fights, 2 full rules fights. That's it against Teddy Mandela. And that's it in such a short career span. And the comment section is blowing up. Absolutely. The comment section's blowing up saying that they got to run it back. Rematch. So, I mean, it makes me wonder, do you have any plans for Teddy or potential rematches that on the plate?
So both of these ladies were amazing. I will put them on regardless, of who they're going to fight. Teddy is ready to defend right away. So I'm happy to, and she was supposed to fight next month, but her opponent pulled out. So August 5th is open. If somebody wants to fight Teddy August 5th, I will make it happen. If the rematch is wanted and agreed upon by both camps, I will make it happen. But all the respect to Melinda and her coach and her team.
Absolutely. Fantastic fight and lived up to the championship caliber that it was promoted as. The heavyweight, the amateur.
Thanks again, Rami, for hooking my dad and I with those awesome seats. You're very welcome. I wanted to make sure that your dad had a great experience. I'm glad you enjoyed those seats.
So the Grizzly Adam Reynolds, the reigning defending champion, and he did just that, defending his belt against Darius Sheffield. And let me tell you something, that was a hell of a fight. Adam, true tried and tested champion, and Adam was the one that said it. And I'll even just go ahead and say, I'll agree with Adam on this one. Darius can crack. When Darius was hitting, you can tell it was hitting and it was landing. But again, Adam, he was a smarter fighter that night, and it was an excellent performance on his part.
Yeah, definitely, man. Listen, I know a lot of people out there thought that Adam was going to have a walk in the park. But I know Darius, and my man definitely grind. He's not an easy fight. He puts his hands on people, and he lays them out. Everybody was surprised that the fight went 5 rounds, except me. I knew that this was not going to be an easy fight for Adam. With that said, just think what Darius will do if he goes back to the lighter divisions that he was in. Adam, on the other hand, he's Adam. I knew that he was going to be himself because he comes from a disciplined background under a great team that trains serious and that knows not to overlook anybody. He showed that his experience, is on another level.
As you were just saying, Darius at a lighter weight, could you imagine him potentially vying for another title at another show in another lower weight class?
I think he should. In my opinion, Darius, if he's serious enough, he could be a double weight class champ. But I don't think he should fight at heavyweight. I think he should be at super middleweight, or light heavy, but that's just my opinion. And I want the best for Darius.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I
we
see
do
you
have
reading the comment as well.
Yeah, so Rami for Freedom 15, do you have any youth matchups? We do, and we're still taking, and we love to support the youth. If you have anybody, whether it's this show or next show, bring them on. We love to promote them.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Broke his hand first round, I believe. Tara is talking about Darius, because I did see Darius post his hand wrapped today on social media. So potential injury from Darius Sheffield. Obviously, hope a speedy recovery. But man, again, that was a hell of a fight.
if he broke his hand in the first round and he fought like that, it's a problem. That's a dangerous man.
It certainly is. So the main event of the evening was for the lightweight Freedom National Championship, and Robert Lee took on Fred Dog Hurtado, the reigning defending champion. And I found out that I love the backstory behind this, that we found out at the press conference when Fred Dog spoke, saying that years ago when he got involved in Muay Thai, one of his first sparring sessions was against Robert Lee, and saying Robert Lee probably wouldn't remember it, but Robert Lee beat the shit out of him. That was Fred Dog Hurtado saying that, not me, ladies and gentlemen. Saying that's what happened in sparring, and saying that he wanted to get it back. He was looking forward to getting that fight sometime down the future. And it just so happened to be at Freedom 14 in the main event of the evening for the lightweight Freedom National Championship. And Fred, yet again, the nickname Dog, it stayed true. Fred Dog Hurtado is still the lightweight Freedom National Champion.
Freddie Dog Hurtado, my man is a problem, bro. If you don't know, now you know. The best fighter in the country goes by the name of Freddie Dog Hurtado, again, from Team 110. They're killing it out there. So all the respect to Mr. Two-time Freddie Dog Hurtado. Listen, he stepped it up. He fought against somebody with almost 3 times the experience and showed no respect. And coming off of the fact that he knows that he was training under him or with him, and Robert lit him up in training, it stayed in his mind. Like, he brought it back up after all this time in that live press conference. And let me tell you, it looked like he fought to bring revenge back. And there, he just had no respect. He kept going forward. He kept answering back in the clinch, going to the fight. He wasn't, stepping back or looking for a way out. My man he went after it like he was trying to become the champion.
Mm-hmm. I saw a comment a little bit above from one of your students, Ahmad Alatma, and he just had the eyes emoji. And I think everybody kind of knows what that means. I think he's looking for a fight. Is that something that interests you as a promoter and a coach?
Why are you starting trouble, Adam?
I'm just reading the comments and I'm presenting them to you. A lot of people don't know this, but not only am I a ring announcer, but I also do interviews from time to time. So sometimes I do have that hat that I get into. So again,
somebody else. The champ just gave his eyes. Man,
see,
I don't know if I promote the champ. Okay, the champion is my fighter. So whatever Freddie Hurtado wants, I will do. Even though Ahmed is my student, and now the coach of the double champ gave his eyes too. If they want it, I'm whatever, But my fighter, my champion, is before my student. Now I'm talking as the promoter, and Freddie Hurtado is my champion. As a freedom champion, I'm going to do what's best for him. And as long as the fight makes sense and it's good for the champ, we will do it.
Love it. Fred Dog, whatever makes me the best in the country. As of right now, my friend, you are the best in the country. You will have the belt and you are the champion.
You don't have to do anything to make you. The 2 belts on your waist made you already.
You know what's funny? Before we start wrapping this up, I actually messaged Fred Dog this. I was in on my Sunday in Chicago. I was traveling around and stopped in, let's just say, a store, and I got talking with an employee there. He was just saying, what brings you to Chicago? I told him that I'm a fight announcer. I announced the fight in Hammond, Indiana. He was like, oh, the Freedom Show. And I was like, yeah, actually it was. He said he was an MMA fighter, and he specifically asked, how was Fred Hurtado's fight? And it was cool to see how how they support their own. Like, just random conversation. he's an MMA fighter. Just, you know, I'm you know, a fight announcer, and just he knew not only about Freedom being in town, but he knew that the champion was in the building, and he had to ask about it. So that was super cool to see. I messaged Fred and told him that as well.
Hell yeah, we promote our champions, man. This Freedom is for the fighters. You know, that's what Freedom is for. I still don't know who you were talking about.
I forget his name, brother.
It's all good. It's all good. But listen,
I could tell you where he works.
Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom 14 was the biggest show that ever happened in the Midwest, and it was because of fighters and champions like Freddie Hurtado, Corey Carney, Teddy Mandela, Adam Reynolds, Matt Baker, Josiah Peel, Eden Acevedo. You guys, every single fighter that was on the show, you guys made the show. There's a reason why everybody was talking about it, everybody knew about it, is because of you guys. With that said, Freedom 15 is next, and we got some bangers to promote. You guys I can't wait for you to start saying it.
When we have our first and the fight announcement for Freedom 15.
Tomorrow.
We can do it. Okay.
But I'll tell you who's fighting on there.
Who's fighting on there?
Okay, you guys want a fight announcement?
Let's do a fight announcement. Let's give them some.
Well, one you already guys know because we said it in the beginning of this live. The one and only Scoop. Go ahead and say his name.
Scoop de Woo.
My man Jeff versus the United States Freedom Champion, Mr. Abu Khawaja. He's going to be defending his USA title versus Jeff. That's going to be one. Another big fight is damn, I got so many. I don't know which one I'm going to say. But listen, this one is for the youth. This was for the youth. I'll just tell you the names that's coming. Okay, so we have a world champion, a very famous young superstar, the one and only Olivia Bassus is coming. She's coming to defend her world title August 5 in New York.
Fresh off of winning it in Lumpini Stadium in Bangkok, Thailand in April.
Becoming the youngest ever and female to win a world title in Lumpini Stadium. With that said, one of the pro fights on the card is going to be the undefeated American rising star Jelani. He's going to be back on Freedom August 5th. He's fighting somebody from Colombia. Very dangerous fight.
Let's go. Oh, I love it. I love it.
We got some people that are waiting to fight. If anybody, I want to bring this man on this live. I'm going to see if he's still on. If you're still on, accept the request.
I'm eager to see.
If you're still on, accept the request.
Ooh, I see that Speedy, Petey, and Agnostita said August 5th he wants on.
The
Who
baby,
do we got?
ladies and gentlemen, the baby wants to fight.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Himself?
I'm on father duty right now.
Baby, ladies and gentlemen, we have the baby, the youngest fight ever in history of Muay Thai.
He's ready. Look how big he is. He's ready already.
Who's ready to fight at 7 pounds?
12 pounds.
My man he's a big boy.
Officially weighing in at 12 pounds.
Listen, Ethan, you had some words to tell me today.
Yeah.
You want to put it in the live?
So, as you guys all saw, the WBC rankings just came out. And, you know, we don't do this sport just to participate. I want to be the best, and I want to fight the best. So the two guys ahead of me, the champion Ron Skoltadang, if you guys have any boys on this live, reach out to him. Or Travis Peralta, he's also ahead of me in those rankings. I would love to fight either one of those two so I could take their spot.
Say the names one more time that you're calling out.
Ron Skoltadang, he's the champion at 140 right now for WBC, and Travis Petralba. Two Cali guys I really don't know.
If anybody knows knows of the team, contact them. Ethan wants to fight either one of them, and it will be a title defense. It will be August 5th. Is that agreed from your end?
Of course.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have a few people who called your son out, bro.
We sure
he's
do.
already in the gym, so they better be careful.
Hey, it was
They got
somebody
my
who
season
just
has a
fought on
15-pound baby.
yeah, somebody who just fought on the last card, Darius Sheffield. His son is also 15 pounds, so it looks like we have a match made in
we have
heaven,
a matchup.
ladies
Look
and
at that.
gentlemen.
All right. So
Olivia said your son is drunk off milk.
Yeah, he was just eating. He was just eating. So now that we got a matchup, we're gonna let you guys go. We're gonna get to training.
Peace, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Peace, bro.
Ethan, my man.
He's smiling. He guys happy for the fight. All right, brother. So yeah, man, there you go. I mean, what you think about that, Adam?
I love it. Ethan is straight up championship status. Straight champion every time. His demeanor, his character, the way he fights, champion, through and through. And I see nothing but big things from him. I can't wait to see him back in the Freedom Ring. Can't wait to make his announcement. And I am pumped to see Ethan. He and I have talked about this. He goes by the nickname Kid Wolverine. But I think at this stage of the game, he is the Wolverine. He's at that adult status. He's a big boy. So I'm going to go with Ethan, the Wolverine, Geffen.
So, ladies and gentlemen, somebody just from the Fight Club. What did they say, Adam? What did that comment?
Fight Club. We will get to see Ahmad Elite 8-5. Will we get to see Ahmad Elite 8-5? And you're saying I'm starting it.
So, Ahmed actually, he just basically gave the eyes to fight Freddie. But if anybody would like to fight 3-time Freedom Champion of the world, Ahmed Al-Atma. If anybody out there is willing to fight him, he could fight at 130 or 135. If anybody wants that fight, August 5th, it will happen. The belt is vacant, so now he is not the champion anymore because he's going into the adult division. With that said, the 130-pound division is vacant, and the 135-pound is vacant. So if you want to see Ahmed, he will be fighting on there if somebody steps up to take the fight.
We have a champion in the comments saying August 5th card sounds fire, and that is Speedy Petey Anagnostidas. Is there a chance, I'm just asking again, journalist hat coming through here, is there a chance we could see Speedy Petey on the card?
So I've wanted Speedy for a few shows. It was just not working on their side. Whenever Speedy wants to be back, I will have a fight for him immediately. So there is actually a fight that's waiting for him. Once he's ready to be back in the ring, there's an opponent and everything. He's already basically called Petey out. Once Petey's ready, we'll make the fight.
I love it. Well,
we have somebody, just before you say anything, we have somebody that's just joined the live, and that somebody is going to be fighting for the 57 kg female USA Championship.
And who might that be? Are we inviting her?
Let's invite her. Let's see if she accepts. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know who we're talking about.
You know her.
I do know her. Huh?
Yes, you do.
Let's see
if she accepts. I have a great fight in mind for Ahmed. Who would you like to fight, Ahmed? Fight Club.
The 130 title was vacant. They were letting somebody know. Oh, there she is.
Oh my God! I just got out of the shower, guys.
Perfect time.
What's up?
What's going on?
Gianna Vadino, what is going on?
How are you guys?
I am fantastic. fantastic. How are you?
Doing great. So everybody is going to be excited when this fight happens. This fight is going to be fire. Adam, should I invite the other side?
We might as well. I mean, if we have Gianna in the chat, we might as well get it popping. So, anybody who has not seen Gianna fight, watch this fight. Watch her fight. Do yourself a favor. Promise you.
Thanks, Adam.
There's a lot of comments going on right now, but yeah, whoever wants to fight Ahmed or Paul, feel free to let me know. Send me a message. We'll make the fights happen. But right now, we have the dangerous Gianna, the one and only. She's going to be fighting.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Let's go. Let's go.
Woo!
This
I
is
also
a fun
just
fight.
got out of the shower too.
Yeah. Perfect.
I'm assuming both you ladies just got done training. Is this with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Adam, I'll let you go ahead and kick it off. What's going to be your question for them?
I mean, first and foremost, where did this fight come about? I mean,
This fight was been working. It was just have to be, waiting for the right time. And this is the right time.
Okay.
August 5th is the right time. They are truly the best fighters in the division in America.
oh, this is an absolute fire matchup. So, okay. I mean, I guess I'm going to have to throw the journalistic hat on here. Gianna, what do you think about your opponent here? I mean, again, excellent fight, excellent matchup. Both you guys, fantastic fighters. So I just have to ask.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, Sarah and I have been following each other on Instagram for a little bit, so I think we're definitely like aware of, what each other has been up to and everything. So I feel like this fight has been like on the list. Like we've been bound to fight each other eventually. So I'm really excited, and it's going to be a tough match. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to be back on Freedom also.
Oh, man. So, Sarah, same question for you. Sarah Catherine London against Gianna Vadino. I mean, excuse me if my head blows off, but, I mean, a little excited.
Oh, no, I'm so excited. This has been kind of like in the works for a while. I know that some people have been trying to set it up, and it finally got to happen. So I'm so looking forward to being back in the Freedom Ring, and this is a great matchup. I mean, I couldn't be happier.
And we have a comment saying Elijah Surrency says this one might end in a finish. Elijah, I might tend to agree with you, but I can't pick which one. It's just such a well matchup, and both girls crack. Both girls hit so hard. Oh, man, what a fight. Ronnie, I'm going to turn it to you.
You like this out? Do you like this one, Adam?
I think it's pretty obvious that I like this one. Am I making it obvious? Am I holding anything in as far as being able to hide my
The biggest female fight has happened in August 5th between two of the best 125, 57 kg women in the country
Hell yeah.
for the United States title.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
So without
All
further
right,
ado,
so
August 5th, Adam, go ahead.
I was going to say, if I can get a bold prediction out of either of you ladies, I know I've spoken with Gianna before many times. I know she's not a fan of that, but I have to ask, bold prediction, ladies. Give the fans what they want. We have 46 people joining us here and a bunch of people that are going to go back and listen. So let's get the comments going. Let's keep it popping.
Yeah, Adam, I hate this question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to put on a good show for everyone. It's going to be a really tough fight. Hoping to bring home the belt, of course. But yeah, I'm just really excited to be back for sure.
Sarah, thoughts on how you take this title home?
I mean, obviously, I want that belt to come back to Nashville with me. I know that Gianna is a powerhouse, but I know I also hit hard as hell. So I think this will be a fight that people want to see. So
I could not agree
Talking
more.
about people want to see. Ethan Geffen said in the comments, he just said in the comments that, what other promotion makes a live, and while doing the live, make fights that people want to see. What do you think about the fights that you see, ladies, on Freedom Fighter Promotions? Gianna first.
About the fights that are on this card or just in general?
Yeah, just in general that you tend to see on Freedom.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. I mean, like you're putting like the best matches together. It's like always a good show. Your promotion, the just like the promotion in general is like so great to be a part of. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this all summer since I found out that I was going to be fighting for you again. So yeah, it's just awesome. I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Glad you're excited. Sarah, what do you think about the fights that you usually tend to see on Freedom?
I mean, high level all the time, great matchups. Everything is always like a banger. It's always a show. Every time I watch a Freedom card, I'm always like, oh my God, I need to get in the ring like immediately. I was just talking about this with a friend that we were watching the last 14 fights. And I was like, I have to fight like right now, immediately.
I know, it gets you like so hyped. Like
Hyped.
just watching all of the clips like this week even. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody's going to be excited to watch both of you ladies. Thank you for allowing me to promote both of you. And I can't wait to see you both fight for the Freedom United States of America Championship.
Thank you, Rami.
My pleasure, ladies.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can't wait.
My pleasure,
Sarah,
ladies. Have a good
Gianna,
night, ladies.
I can't wait to see this fight. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good night.
You
Good night,
too.
ladies. Adam,
Yeah.
did you see what Fight Club said earlier? They said about Jordan Watson versus Ahmad.
No, I did not see that comment.
What do you think about that?
Who was it again? Who did they suggest?
Jordan, I believe he's the gut check champion.
Okay.
He beat
Yeah,
Luke.
yeah, yeah.
He beat
Yep,
Luke for the belt.
yep.
And versus Ahmad,
Jordan
Wilson.
Wilson and Ahmad. You're Ahmad Alatma. Whew. Another fun fight. I mean, I'll take it. I would take it. Jordan Wilson is
If Jordan Wilson wants to fight, we'll make
hell
it
of a
happen.
fighter. Hell of a fighter. But Ahmad is he's nothing easy for anybody either. And Jordan's not either. So hell of a matchup. I just didn't see it on the cards really.
It's not. So, I mean, this is what Ethan Given was talking about earlier. But yeah, this is what we do, Adam. This is what we do on Freedom Fighter Promotions.
Yes, sir.
This is for the people.
100%. Absolutely.
So,
I think we covered it all. If there's anything else, Rami, I look forward to seeing you on August 5th in New York for Freedom 15. Freedom 14 was fire. The Midwest showed us love, and I can't wait to be back.
wait till September. There might be 2 shows back to back.
Back to back.
And with that, I'm gonna leave it.
Handle it.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, homie. I appreciate it.
Thank
and
you,
I will
everybody.
see you soon.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Peace and blessings to everybody around the world. Assalamu alaikum.
We'll see you August.
See you in August.